What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be releasing, just taking a look at the glimpse of basically the start of EX-10. The first 3 days has given us a Rocket League worth of information, a rocket full. So it's kind of cool to see. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So starting off, we have Gallant taking a good chunk of the lead, which is no surprise there. Deck's been doing extremely well, followed by none other than RideMyAvatar, actually getting quite a few tops over just the course of the weekend. Then we had Royal Knights doing well for the week, followed by Pyramidi course of the weekend, followed by, we did get Gilo Birds doing extremely well. It seems like the deck didn't really get hit hard enough, but, it'll be around forever. Beelzemon definitely showing some tops as well. Black War Greymon showing up as to the party. You got Omnimon doing Omni shenanigans. You have the just Megidra deck as well. Then you do have none other than, our good friend here, the Grace Nova deck. So yeah, just really solid decks. We had a creepy Galaxy pop in. We had, Galactic, Justimon show up. Mugen just doing some shenanigans. So all in all, good stuff across the board. Now, taking a look here, we do have a solid beat. I know you can't see anything, but these are the devices that they're using. They're using the Machinedramon looking option that basically plays your cyborgs at a reduced cost. So again, the deck is hyper focused on slamming down the Justimon. Yeah, I mean, this was definitely fun. This wasn't, the winner is 0. I don't know how many tops were in the event. Thank you for participating. The winner is just Justimon in general. I know this is a little bit challenging to see, but you get like Cyberdramon Ace, all the Justimon versions, and then you have Agumon comboing with Dory because you can just mind link with these two. Yeah, I kind of see where they're trying to go with it. Will it long term do anything? Probably not. Definitely the new support's going to change up the device deck for sure. Ew, this is not what I wanted. So taking a look here, one of the other decks I really wanted to talk about. We zoom out just a tad bit. Is none other than the Sanoriza, just pure mini in general. This deck has a couple ways of building it, and there's no real wrong answer to go about it. Just by the fact that, you have like Gutsumon, Senorizas, the fact that Magnetdramon is like the big top end that you're kind of just skip leveling here, and because you can cheat evolve a little bit at a reduced cost, this leads into something good, right? Close just being a phenomenal card. Promo close, EX-8 close, EX-10 close, and then you don't need the expensive Pyramidi. You could just build the deck like this, which is not a bad idea, right? So again, players will decide on how they want to build their deck, which there is no real wrong answer to build, Pyramidi, because the deck will play how it wants. I think there's always going to be plenty of options on how to build it, so go for it. I think Pyramidi has great options. Then Beelzemon doing Beelza shenanigans. The fact that you can play multiple different ways. You have Bond of True Love, trashing the top 2 cards, then place this card into battle area. If you don't have a Digimon delay, you may play one Imon from trash without paying the cost. So basically giving us another Scramble-esque card. Just being able to cheat in some of your Impmons is really fantastic in my opinion. The deck is again self-reliant on the mills, so you do well with the mills, does extremely well. If it doesn't, then you're kind of struggling a little bit, so just be prepared that there are multiple ways of building the deck. Some players do like, this card to be at 4, 3's fine, warning shots, aka our option is very much a choice dependent ratio here. Options will always be whatever you feel like it. You could have the mem setter in here because that's not a bad option, especially when you swing in with, if you're attacking a Digimon as Beelzemon, you may Digivolve from trash for a memory cost 3, which you could cheat this one out blast mode as an evolution target. And teching in the starter deck is not a bad idea. It gives definitely some great aggression. I definitely think this is mightily important just because being able to slam this down for an extra attack can be really good. Taking a look, Gamamon doing some things as well. A lot of players written Gamamon off for a little bit, but really good to see that they're only playing 2 Regulusmon, which again, this deck got some decent level support, especially Gauss Gamamon, being able to have raid, and when in effect add to this Digimon's Digivolution card, this Digimon may Digivolve into Regulusmon in your hand or trash with its Digivolution cost reduced by 1. You know, being able to have these new options is always great in my opinion. Teching in the Agunimon's interesting. I don't understand why this is in here. Maybe this is a typo. It's supposed to be some other gamma, but yeah, at the end of the day, deck has a lot of options and can be really decent that way. Now we do have Malomyotis Loop, so if you get 1 out, you can do print memory, but getting 2 of this thing out, God, this thing prints infinite memory. Being able to sack things, and it just keeps looping your turn back because, you know, delete 2, this isn't once per turn. So when one of your other Digimon or opponent's Digimon are destroyed, gain 1 memory for each Digimon destroyed. This should have had a hard once per turn, but back in the day, it just we didn't care for that. So it's just going to get abused. So you kind of loop with being able to loop with your tamer. If I remember correctly, delete that at your opponent's turn. You may play a level 5 or lower Digimon with Myotismon in its text from trash without paying its cost. Delete that Digimon at the end of your opponent's turn. So you just spam Arkenny out, the Arkenny and Mummymon tamer. If I remember, tamer, yep. So you use the Mummymon and Arkenny cards, you know, play a level 5, you just keep looping these 2 and they constantly do this. So as long as this is out and seeing the destruction at the end of your opponent's turn, because again, you'll just pass it to them, then, you know, you trigger some end of turn effects and stuff like that, and then it kind of pushes it right back to you. So it just constant doing these shenanigans, and Malomyotismon just prints so much free memory for a BT3 card. War Greymon's very interesting. I don't know where it's going to go and how it's going to be built. A lot of players are still kind of working with it. I think there's no wrong answer. You know, Black War Greymon Ace is such a very powerful card, and especially because it has a, you know, while your opponent has a Digimon with 13,000 DP or more, your opponent's Digimon effects do not affect this Digimon. It gets plus 3,000 DP. So it can really apply some great pressure and just deal with threats. So just think about it. Black War Greymon Ace is just that good of a card in my opinion. You know, comboing with all the new support, definitely seems like Agumon X from BT22 is such a good card. Now taking a look here, we have, you know, Alphamon Oryukin mode Ace, Alphamon itself, Oryukin BT22. We're missing 2 cards. It won't load. Adventure deck is very interesting for a lot of players. It's hit or miss on when this deck pops off, but when it does, sometimes it can really lead to being a deck that players want to see. So I figured I would showcase it here because sometimes it's just good to see, you know, Alphamon Oryukin. You know, not a lot of times does it get showcased. Maybe this is the new card. This could be the new promo if people got it early, which wouldn't be surprising, but you know, that might be an option if players were playing with that. I don't know what this third card is. Both of them are missing it. So if anybody knows what that final card is, BT, this is 12, 18, LM. Oh, LM, no. It's 3 LMs, 17, BT9, Laplace Mirror, BT9, 2 of 107, 109, 109 X Antibody, 107, BT22, BT22, 29. Let's search up what that card is, because that is a card. Oh, it's Friends, Connections of Hopes. Interesting. Okay. Let's do Digimon. Digimon. There we go. Okay. Fellowship of Hope and Friendship. So reveal the top 3 card, add 1 Chronicles. Okay. So it's just their delay option. Got it. That took more research than it needed to be. But all in all, the deck has some legs to stand on. I think another Tamer will really help the deck shine the most, but being able to have what it goes for right now, pretty solid. Then Shine Greymon doing Shine Greymon punching shenanigans. You know, Marcus BT21, BT13, BT12, just applying pressure like crazy. So all in all, guys, though, I think this is a great look at just the meta coming. We have some great decks we looked at. We looked at Mallow, we looked at Pyramidi, we looked at Beelzemon and Black War Greymon. So hopefully we start seeing like Dark Knightmon and a few other decks that might be worth checking out. But guys, let me know down in the comments, what deck are you excited for in this current EX-10 format? Let me know. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.